Hello and welcome to Only Connect, a sort of futile weekly exam that gets videoed. Tonight, it's a quarter-final and the teams are trying to get through to the next round of the competition. For the next 29 or so minutes, you have the option of watching that happen. And those teams are, on my right, Liz Kirkham, a civil engineer and member of the Churchdown Choral Society. Molly Kirkham, a senior information governance officer who enjoys crochet. And their captain, Zach Tyler, a junior doctor who got stranded on the world's fastest zip line. United by a reverence for rugby, they are the Scrummagers. Nice to see you again, Zach.
Thank you.
Coming to Cardiff, of course, always a great bonus of being on the quiz. What's your favourite city?
Oh, well, Cardiff now, but I think prior to that, Paris.
Why Paris?
The food and the warm welcome that you get.
Yeah, I mean, if those are your favourite things, I guess Cardiff would come second. But we're very pleased to have you.
Good.
You are playing this evening on my left. Michael Joel Bartell, an actor who has a Bengal cat called Fiasco. Anne Gavigan, who works in transport and played bass in a Kevin Bacon tribute band. And their captain, John Robinson, an English teacher who was stopped and searched by Canadian border control for carrying a banana. United by a flair for the theatrical, they are the Harlequins. Michael, I know that you, like me, think it matters what shoes you wear for a quiz. Can I ask you to describe what shoes you're wearing today?
Yes, I'm wearing a pair of sneakers that have leopard print on them, just like my jacket.
Fabulous. The shoes of success. Anne, could you just say warble for me?
Warble.
Lovely. John, nice to see you again too.
Andy.
You won the toss, Harlequins, but you have elected to let your opponents go first. So, Scrummagers, please choose a hieroglyph.
Can we have the water, please?
Yes, you can. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Yeah.
Who could Frank be? And what's any ideas?
Not sure.
Yeah.
Next, please.
Othello and Iago, they're people who played.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, go for it.
Should I go?
Yes,
Yeah, so
yeah,
what?
Othello and people,
So people who have
famous
played.
people who've played Othello and Iago in.
Just leave it with that and I'll see if there's more.
Okay, happy with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're going to go with famous people who've played Othello and Iago.
Very well done. Coming in after just 2 clues, you get 3 points. Had you seen all 4 clues, it would have looked like this. Can you fill in any of the surnames for me?
McGregor.
You and me, McGregor, yeah.
Ewan McGregor with Chiwetel Ejiofor in that 4th one. Adrian Lester and Rory Kinnear. I must say, I went to see that production and was moved to tears.
It was wonderful.
I mean, I'm not really enough of an intellectual to cry at a Shakespeare play, but it was so phenomenally done. Adrian Lester in the final scenes with Desdemona. I mean, no spoilers, but absolutely wonderful. Laurence Olivier and Frank Finlay in the first one, and the second one, Lawrence Fishburne and Kenneth Branagh. Harlequins, what would you like?
Let's go for the Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus.
Okay.
OK, it's the music question. What connects these clues? Here's the first.
That is. I don't know. Next, please.
How you gonna keep 'em away from Broadway? Jazzing around,
This is how Juice.
painting the
Okay.
town. How you gonna keep
next,
'em
please.
away?
Okay, this is the gifts around us, the hymn.
These potentially have something to do with the first
Next, please.
I'll stick by you, I'll give you all that you need. We'll have twins and triplets.
2 seconds.
So these would be the first recorded performances in as you go on, so sound and recording syncs.
That is not the answer. Ingenious an idea though it is. Scrummagers, do you know for a bonus point?
I was going to say, is it something to do with safety?
It is not to do with safety, but I think you recognise the first clue, sheep may safely graze the bar.
This is just farming.
It's just farming.
Yeah.
Yes, how you're going to keep them down on the farm was the second one, sort of World War I song. We plough the fields and scatter the hymn.
I've got a brand new combine harvester.
Combine harvester was the 4th one. Rural pursuits. So no bonus points there, but you may have a question. What would you like?
Can we have Twisted Flags, please?
The Twisted Facts. What connects these clues? Here's the first.
Graphics test model. Does that ring any bells?
No, literally nothing.
Okay, next, please. Do you know what they're called?
No.
I'm assuming they've got a specific name.
Do you reckon it's like acronyms, like an acronym that's the same?
Or jam sounds, which is what they use
next one.
Okay, next. That rings a bell.
Is that teleological? Sorry, is that the teleological argument? But I don't know.
Next, please. It's a teapot.
Teapot.
Is it specifically tea?
3 seconds.
Tea. Pots.
Teapots is the answer. Absolutely right. What can you tell me about any of the clues?
Well, the Countdown Daily Prize is a Countdown teapot.
That's right.
The catering support unit, you know, is it called the teapot, the mobile teapot?
It was known as
or something?
Teapot 1. I think it's decommissioned now, but it was a unit that would go out catering where there were large groups of police officers.
And is Bertrand Russell's the teapot argument?
The teapot argument, and the argument was Bertrand Russell, you know, really keen to snatch away the consolations of others, said, well, I might just as well say there's a teapot floating about in space and you have to prove there isn't one, was sort of the gist of that argument. And the first one, a model of for a 3D graphics test, the Utah teapot, the Newell teapot. Well done. In all of your previous matches, you've scored 1 point in the first one.
I was hoping you weren't going to bring this up this episode.
Yes. Now you're on 4 points. I think you are absolutely doomed. Oh, well. Harlequins, what would you like?
Horned Viper, please.
OK, what is the connection between these picture clues? Here's the first.
Okay. Oh, that's it's the BA logo, is it?
definitely BA?
Yeah, I think it's. If we keep going.
Okay, next, please. That's West Bromwich Albion.
So they're all birds because that was the
BA
Speedbird
or
logo.
WBA.
Okay.
Is the first one BA? No, it's WBA.
It's the Speedbird logo by Lee Fair.
Okay, I think
but it could be. Yeah.
Next, please.
That's is it a python? Reticulated python?
Okay.
Next, please.
A cat Siamese. So Burmese, Siamese,
And what's it called? Baggies.
baggies.
2 seconds.
These would all be named after countries. So if you have a Siamese cat, a Burmese python.
But then West Brom doesn't fit.
Yeah.
We'll say BA as the connection.
That is not the connection. Scrummagers, do you want to go for a bonus point?
They all take their names from geographic regions.
That is not specific enough for a bonus point.
Do they all take their names from geographic regions that have changed their names since? So Siam to Thailand, Burmese
That is
to
what it
Myanmar.
is.
Yeah.
So Siam, Siamese cat, formerly Thailand. Burmese, I mean, some people do still say Burma, but Myanmar is the formal name. West Bromwich Albion, Albion, the old name for England or Britain. And what's that first one?
The Speedbird?
It's Cathay Pacific, clue one, or
okay.
China. What would you like, Scrummagers, for yourselves?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. What connects these clues? Here's the first.
Russian obstetrician.
Yeah.
Is there anything in that literature or anything famous?
I know of.
No.
Next, please.
Was that the one played by Robin Williams? People played by Robin Williams.
Are you
Robin
sure?
Williams was absolutely.
You sure? The character's played by Robin Williams.
Can you tell me something more specific? You, of all people, Zach, should be able to tell
medical
me.
professionals
Doctors played by Robin Williams.
They are medics played by Robin Williams. Exactly so. Let's have a look at all the clues and see if you can tell me the films these are from.
So
genius.
the Russian obstetrician is 9 months.
9 months. He's Julianne Moore's obstetrician.
Then there's the one about the patients who were all in the comas from the sleeping sickness in the 20s in America, which I can't remember the name of.
It was based on the memoir of Oliver Sacks. Awakenings was the film. Humour-focused medical student.
Patch Adams.
Patch Adams. And the genius janitor psychologist.
Good Will Hunting?
That's Good Will Hunting. Harlequins, back to you for the last question of the round. The lion question. What connects these clues? Here's the first.
Why 1960s?
58 is when he died.
Yeah. Next, please. Is this when a musical was made about when they died? And then why is it 2 days? Yeah. Next, please. Mr. Columbus. Oh, it's when is it when I was going to say when countries.
Do you want to just
do.
Yeah, next, please.
Oh, it's when they discovered the
That's when they
remains.
died and when their remains.
So why is there? Why is there?
Because there might have been
Remains
more
removed.
locations for
Remains
them.
removed.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to say, Michael?
So these are the dates under these people is the date that they died, and then the following dates are dates that their remains were moved.
That's it. It is to do with reburials. Oliver Cromwell was reburied. Eva Peron happened twice. There's 3 burials. Christopher Columbus, 5 burials. I mean, for various reasons. Apparently, on one occasion, to avoid his body getting into the hands of the French. I mean, we've all been there. And Richard III, of course, was in a car park for over 500 years. I'm assuming the car park at Brent Cross Shopping Centre in North London. Oh, boy, the traffic. That means at the end of round 1, the Harlequins have 1 point, the Scrummagers have 7. Sequences time, and Scrummagers, you'll be going first again. Which hieroglyph would you like?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
7th of March.
Do you know about that date?
Was that when we didn't come here? And what was happening at that time? A long time.
Take the next, please.
So we've got the first 2 numbers are swapped.
Is it when they're making?
And they both times together to make 21.
Oh,
No, 3
so is it the next times they make 21?
So if we get the
Next, please. 22 and 1 make 2022.
So the 11th of February, 2022?
Yes, that's right. 11 February 2022.
Exactly correct. And why?
So these are the dates where you can multiply the month and the date to make the last 2 digits of the year.
Exactly so. And we're going forward chronologically. So 7-3-21, 3-7-21, 22-1-22, and the next time you could do that sum would be 11-2-22. Well done. Harlequins, what would you like?
I'll go for the Eye of Horus and hope it's not a picture or a music round, please.
The Eye of Horus is a music sequence, I'm afraid. Your first clue is coming in now.
You know you love me.
This is,
I know you care. Just shout whenever, and I'll be there. You want my love. You want
Next,
my
please.
heart. Is it getting better?
Okay, this is it's
It's
U2. Yeah.
Do you feel the same?
One is the name of the song.
Yeah, 1. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay,
it's
next,
going
please.
0, 1.
Longer than always
This is a long one.
long time. But
So do
far
we go 3
beyond
if we go 0, 1, 2, 3?
Or was it One Direction? 2, 3, 4. Something like 4 in the name. The band's got 4 in the name. Apollo, a song by Apollo 440.
I'm afraid that's not it. I think this is a super tough one. Scrummagers, do you know?
Grandad by Clive Dunn.
Grandad by Clive Dunn.
And why would that be?
Because the first one is about a baby. And so we were going for an obvious progression.
Getting older.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. I think you probably would have more stages than that.
Yeah.
Sort of baby, only connect contestant, mildly confused, grandad. That's what it is. Baby, then
1.
baby, 1.
More time.
Third one was Andy Williams, more, baby, 1 more time. I was going to invite you to share a possible 4th clue to the viewers.
O. Torvald, 2017 Eurovision contestant from Ukraine.
I mean, this is incredible knowledge.
You're going to be on your own.
Not incredible enough.
Can you sing it?
Should we count you in?
No, it's kind of a rock song, so probably not.
What about Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper? I tell you what, I'll read the lines, you do the chorus. If you're lost, you can look, and you will find me.
Time after time.
If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting.
I will be waiting.
Time after time. Lovely. No points, I'm afraid. Scrummagers, what would you like?
Lion, please.
Lion, you'll be seeing the first in a series. What will come forth? Time starts now.
I don't know, my brother. But I think that's going to be it.
Next, please. Mary Rose.
Should they like presenters of something?
Possibly. I've still got Patrick Moore did the Sky at Night.
Best got
Yeah, I've got nothing else now.
Next. Next, please. Mary, Mary.
I can't do any famous Patrick.
2 seconds.
Patrick R.
Not it, I'm afraid. Harlequins, do you want to have a go for a bonus point?
Mary H.
Not it. It's Presidents of Ireland.
Yeah.
We're looking at Patrick Hillary, Mary Robinson, Mary McAleese, and next, Michael H. Michael Higgins. Presidents of Ireland was the sequence. Harlequins, what would you like next?
Let's go for water, please.
Why not? Let's go for water. It's not the music question or the picture question.
Okay.
What would come forth of this sequence? Here's the first.
Angel Zone, I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's yeah. Keep
Okay,
going.
next, please.
Okay.
These are like temperature zones, aren't they?
Are they?
Is it,
I think so.
Or is it just only a word thing?
Because it could be like like torrid zone. These are things that in Greek. Oh
So
gosh.
another one. Next,
Yeah.
please.
Midnight. Oh, these are deep. These are.
Sort of twilight. It's going to be Twilight Zone, I think, isn't it? It's like times of the. I think it's times of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or the,
Well, but depth. What was
I
the
don't know,
depth
Twilight.
thing?
Is it Twilight? Twilight Zone is a thing, isn't it? It's the TV series.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a
Yeah,
TV.
I'm
Okay.
going to say that. Twilight Zone.
Is the right answer.
Nice.
But do you know why?
I think it's like periods of the day getting later.
You've got to it in a very interesting way. But what it actually is here is ocean zones. So we're starting at... I thought you were saying something like that about depth. The Hadal zone, very, very deep ocean depth. And then we're going upwards to the abyssal zone, named after an abyss, the midnight zone, twilight zone. And next after that will be sunshine zone. We're coming up through the sea. Scrummagers, what would you like?
Twisted Flax, please.
Twisted Flax, what would come forth in this picture sequence? Here's the first.
Or web.
Yeah. Next, please. So, what's the? Is it a hornet's nest? What's the series of books that's got hornet's nest?
Yes,
Is it
the
dra-
last one is the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Is it Dragon Tattoo?
So it's a dragon tattoo.
Should we go with that?
Yeah.
Do you know the series well? Is that definitely the first?
That's
is it
definitely
going
the
fourth to first?
Yes.
Yeah, go for
So
it.
Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So a picture of someone with a tattoo of a dragon.
That is exactly what it is. What are we talking about here?
Stieg Larsson.
Stieg Larsson's series of books.
So we're going in reverse
Play with
order.
fire.
The
with
girl
fire.
in the
Fire.
spider's web, the girl who kicked the hornet's nest, the girl who
Played with fire.
played with fire, going backwards towards the girl with the dragon tattoo. Very well done. Back to you, Harlequins, for the last question of the round. The horned viper. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
So that's okay. So that's the word of.
Mexico.
Is it Mexico?
I thought it was Mexico. But yeah, sure.
Is it something that's on a flag? Next, please.
Oh, these are Mexican.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be then.
Is it just
We'll end up with the eagle because are these definitely? Should we go?
Bald eagle.
I think we need to go for another
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, next, please.
Bald eagle.
Okay, so then we're gonna say.
I don't know. I think it's going to be maple leaf, isn't
Maple
it?
leaf, yeah.
A maple leaf.
We'll have a look at the other clues.
A beaver.
Beaver.
Beaver is a better answer. I mean, for the full answer, North American beaver and Canadian horse.
Okay.
And what is this sequence?
So it's national symbols of countries going northwards.
That are animals.
Exactly so. And we've chosen all animals, but it's not a single animal because some countries, I mean, the resplendent quetzal, just the animal of Guatemala, but in Mexico, they have got a national amphibian, the axolotl, a national arthropod, the chapulin, a bird, the golden eagle, national mammal, the ocelot, and a national dog, which is, of course, the...
Chihuahua.
Yeah, it's that one. And a bald eagle and American bison. So we're going, from Guatemala northwards towards Canada. That means at the end of round 2, the Harlequins have 5 points, the Scrummagers have 12. Round 3, the connecting wall, and Harlequins, you'll be going first this time. So please choose lion or water.
We'll have the lion, please.
The lion wall, 2.5 minutes to solve it, starting now.
So we've got Melvin Bragg.
So Mandela, Fondue, Gore. So we have Al Gore, Desmond Tutu, Mandela.
These are
Nobel Peace Prize.
Nobel Peace Prize winners,
Yeah. So King.
Who else?
King. King or
Right, who else? This is
Arabesque.
Arabesque and
Cabriole.
Are these all ballet-related terms?
I don't.
Tutu is definitely one. Yeah. Should we
Change.
focus on Nobel Peace Prize winners?
Yeah,
Because we
okay,
know
Tutu.
it's
Yeah, okay.
Gore. And then if we could just run
Gore,
through.
Tutu, Mandela. Who else apart from King? Because we've done the King.
If we can just try.
Begin.
Oh,
Begin.
yes.
Oh, it's EU. EU one,
Oh,
I
yeah,
believe.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So try
Right.
that. Okay.
Leave out Mandela.
There's
And then while you're doing that, if we can think of Thief, Papa, Pop, Mel.
I think there's
Gore.
6 of
Yeah,
these. So
Yeah,
Arabesque,
okay.
Arabesque, Tutu, they're both ballet terms.
Yeah, coupe could be a ballet term as well.
Fondue is obviously the
relay.
cheese thing, but what
Yeah, but
else?
it's fondue spelled without an E, so I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So
Melvin,
fief is like an area, isn't it? Like in,
Yeah.
like in
Yeah,
Scotland,
it's
like a
a
fiefdom.
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 EU is an area.
Boredom.
Oh, Kingdom.
Kingdom.
And
Tutudum, Cupidum, Begindum, Gordum,
Melvindom.
Boltum, Fondudum.
what else is done?
Ruledom.
Yeah, Papadum.
Papadum.
Okay,
Yeah,
right,
okay.
Okay,
So
fantastic.
now EU,
So,
Begin,
yeah.
Tutu, and
30 seconds.
Okay.
EU, Begin, Tutu, Gore,
Yeah.
Arabesque, Rule, Coupe. So try Arabesque, Rule, Coupe.
Yep. Coupe. Okay.
Arabesque, coupe, tutu, and what else is?
Roulette
Fondue.
or fondue. Yeah. Or cabriole.
Okay.
Oh,
10 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, so
great.
Gore, EU.
No.
no. Melvin.
Oh, that's it. The time's run out. That was just so tense. I can't even. Oh, I mean, well done that you found 2 groups. Very good. Please tell me the connections. King and so on.
This can all be followed by DOM.
That's it. Kingdom, boredom, fiefdom, poppadom. A delightful moment when you found poppadom there. And the next group, coupe, arabesque, and so on.
So these are ballet terms?
They are terms from ballet. And you can get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find. So let's resolve the wall. There we go. Melvin, Bolt, Mandela, Rule.
Are these?
Oh, these are. Oh, if you've changed the first letter, then it's a unit of measurement. So
Very
Kelvin,
well
volt,
spotted at the
candela.
end. You changed the first letter to get Kelvin, volt, candela, and joule, SI units of measurement. And the last group, begin, and so on.
Winners of the Nobel Peace Prize.
It's Begin and EU, and as you say, there were too many of them to keep missing one out, but you knew they were there. So you found 2 groups, you gave me all 4 connections on a very difficult wall. That is an excellent 6 points. Let's bring in their opponents now and see how they get on. It's going to be the water wall for you. Of course, you have 2.5 minutes to solve it. Starting now.
Okay, so we've got regions of the brain,
Oh, nice.
pituitary. So we've got thyroid as well.
Yeah.
So leave out thyroid. Keep thinking.
Yeah.
Oh no, adrenals. No, it's glands, isn't it? It's glands.
So
right.
first, which
So
is
it's pituitary, so
I was
Well
thinking
done.
of Nelly the elephant, or is that something?
Elmer's an
Or
elephant.
Horton's an elephant.
Yeah.
Nelly's an elephant. Elmer's an elephant.
Any other elephant?
Celeste.
No.
No.
There's
others.
trees at the beginning of words, so
Okay,
that gets rid
give
of
me
Elmer.
those.
Give
So
me
there's
those ones.
elm,
Yeah.
pine at the beginning of Peniel,
Fur.
fir at the beginning of fir,
And
ash.
Ashkenazi.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Right.
elephants, we've got Horton, Nelly,
Celeste.
Sephardic is it's a religious term, isn't it? And Ashkenazi is a type of is a sort of a part of Judaism, I think.
Okay, so Mitzrahi sounds like it
So
could be as
yeah,
well.
and
Do you
Berelia or
want to try Koch?
Are we putting Abba Udaya in as an elephant? Sorry, as a religious thing?
yeah, maybe.
Did you try any of the elephants without Elmer?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
So should I do those first then? So let's do Horton, Nelly, Celeste.
Yeah.
What do we think is most likely to be an elephant? Kochu?
Abayudaya, I'd say.
You say?
I think, but I don't know.
Okay.
Great.
I think maybe Cochin, so maybe we'll try that.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's try Berelia.
Yeah. So Celeste, that one, and Berelia.
Yeah.
You've solved them all. Very well done. What about the connections? Tell me about the first group starting hypothalamus.
So they're all glands.
They are glands. What sort of glands?
Hormone-secreting glands, human glands in the body.
That's right. Endocrine glands I've got here. And the next group starting Ashkenazi.
So these are...
Yeah, they have trees at the beginning of the words.
Well spotted, exactly so. And the next group starting Celeste.
So we think these are elephants.
They are all elephants. And Beryllia, it's one of the elephants holding up the world, the disc world, you know, the Terry Pratchett.
Right, yeah.
And the last group, Abba Yehuda, Mizrahi, and so on.
So I think these are religious sects.
I need to hear something specific.
Jewish religious
They are
sects.
Jewish groups, absolutely right. So that is all the connections and the bonus. You've got a maximum of 10 points. Very well done. Let's have a look at the overall scores. The Harlequins have 11 points. The Scrummagers have 22. It's the missing vowels round. Points can be lost and won. Fingers on buzzers, teams. I can tell you that the first group of disguised clues are all ferry routes out of Great Britain. Harlequins.
Dover to Calais.
Well done. Scrummagers.
Hull to Rotterdam.
Yes, it is. Scrummagers.
Fishguard to Rosslare.
Yes, it is. Scrummagers.
Plymouth to Santander.
Yes, it is. Next category, American presidents overlapping with things named after them. Harlequins.
George Washington Monument.
Correct. Harlequins.
James Madison Avenue.
Yes, it is. Scrummagers.
Abraham Lincoln, Nebraska.
Correct. Scrummagers.
Herbert Hoover Dam.
Well done. Next category, things that happened on the 22nd of November. Harlequins.
Angela Merkel became German Chancellor.
In 2005. Very well done. Harlequins.
Margaret Thatcher resigned.
In 1990. Harlequins.
Captain Kirk.
Too long, I'm afraid. Scrummagers, do you know?
Captain Kirk kissed Lieutenant Uhura.
A historic moment in 1968. That is it. It's the end of the quiz. And looking at the final scores, the winners and zooming into the semi-final with 28 points are the Scrummagers. Well done. I mean, your first round score was 7 times better than anything you've managed before. Very well done. Unlucky Harlequins that this is the week you come up against them. You have been an absolutely fantastic team, one of my favourites of the series. You've been lovely and brilliant. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching the show, which earlier I feared might be our last one ever. I walked past the office and I heard our production secretary, Gladys, sobbing uncontrollably. It's the end, the end. I can't tell Victoria, I just can't. Well, turns out they were talking about the malt loaf, which the team had eaten so much of, there was nothing left but the crusted, slightly less moist end piece. They were right to be scared of telling me. Happy job hunting, Gladys. Good night.